Folks, the Diddycrats are at it again. Trump starts deporting illegal migrants, aka people who broke into the country, and suddenly the left loses their minds. No, they need due process. Oh, so now y'all believe in the law? Ain't that funny? Wait a minute, weren't y'all just saying America is built on immigration and no human is illegal? But now you're arguing for legal due process? Bro, pick a struggle. You can't be abolish ICE one day and then screaming due process the next. That's like robbing a bank and demanding the cashier read you your Miranda rights before pressing the alarm. And you know what's the funniest part? They're not out here crying over innocent people. Oh no, they're fighting for people with criminal records, not just parking tickets either. We're talking about dudes with assault charges, drug trafficking, and some even, let's just say, hobbyists in human smuggling.
Crime, right? Doing what the American people elected him to do. They just want to talk about negative stuff. Again, it's amazing how that works. And MSNBC, when they did briefly acknowledge that this happened, they were boohoo, whining, and crying, talking about the rights of the illegal immigrants who, again, are in the country illegally, their rights being violated. That is how they talked about this situation. Take a look.
There is no question, let's be very clear, there is no question that TDA, that MS-13, these are very dangerous gangs. I spent much of my career prosecuting people who were part of gangs like this, including MS-13. And if people commit crimes and violence and are part of these organizations, then they should have accountability, and that may include being deported. But that's not what's happening here. What we're seeing here is just a complete roughshod of due process. And the examples you're giving show that. The government needs, as again, I spent much of my career doing, excuse me, to show that these individuals are actually part of these gangs and that they are actually committing acts that warrant the deportation under the statutes that the government is citing. And none of that has been shown here. And that is why you see the judiciary pushing back and saying, wait a minute, due process. This is a real thing that Americans care about and should care about.
Yeah. So I want you guys to understand, according to MSNBC, the American people are much more concerned about illegal immigrant gang members, again, who are here illegally, not getting due process, right, according to them, more so than the fact that, hey, they're being removed in the first place, and that, hey, we're getting criminals out of our country, right? The American people are much more concerned that we're not treating the illegal immigrant gang members more humanely, right? That we're not giving them the same rights and privileges that American citizens have, right? It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how that works. Absolutely amazing. These are the same people, liberals, who are currently freaking out over Kristi Noem going to El Salvador to basically send a message to any illegal immigrant thinking about coming into this country that if you come into this country illegally, especially if you're a gang member, you're violent, okay, you commit crimes, you hurt American citizens, that this is your fate.
Here at CCOT today and visiting this facility. And first of all, I want to thank El Salvador and their president for their partnership with the United States of America to bring our terrorists here and to incarcerate them and have consequences for the violence that they have perpetuated in our communities. I also want everybody to know, if you come to our country illegally, this is one of the consequences you could face. First of all, do not come to our country illegally. You will be removed and you will be prosecuted. But know that this facility is one of the tools in our toolkit that we will use if you commit crimes against the American people.
Democrats be saying we must protect these migrants. Oh yeah? From WHO, ICE, the law, the consequences of their actions, and then when ICE actually does its job, these politicians turn into the Oscars for best crying performance. AOC, Cory Booker, the whole squad. Tears on command, like they just lost their favorite avocado toast recipe. Meanwhile, American citizens are like, hey, maybe we could focus on our own crime problem instead of importing more. But no, that's xenophobic. Sorry, I thought common sense was bipartisan, but clearly I was wrong.
We actually got a little bit of breaking news. Talking about these deportations, talking about what's happening at the border with this administration doing. We just got an alert from the Department of Homeland Security that one of the top 3 members of MS-13 was just arrested in Virginia. This is a stunning development. The administration has all law enforcement working on this, whether it's ICE, Border Patrol, FBI, Homeland Security, ATF. Everybody is on this. This MS-13 person has been in the country, roaming around, and a big arrest from the administration right outside of Virginia.
This is what happens when you let good cops be cops. And we're going to continue to let good cops be cops across this country. President Trump gave us the executive decision to go after and safeguard our communities. General Bondi is our warrior of justice leading that charge. Governor Youngkin, it's an honor to be a partner in this operation with you and U.S. Attorney Siebert. This is the mandate we have. Right now we have an American dying every 7 minutes from a drug overdose. That is a national security crisis we have not seen ever before. We have a woman or child being raped every 6.5 minutes in this country. We have a homicide twice an hour. No part of that metric is a safe and secure America. But thanks to the brave leadership of this administration and the folks that you see here, we are returning our communities to safety. As you heard, we took down this morning a top leader of MS-13.
A few moments later.
What's going on? Is DOJ involved at this point? If so, why? If not, why not?
Well, first, it was sensitive information, not classified, and inadvertently released. And what we should be talking about is it was a very successful mission. Our world is now safer because of that mission. We're not going to comment any further on that. If you want to talk about classified information, talk about what was at Hillary Clinton's home that she was trying to bleach bit. Talk about the classified documents in Joe Biden's garage that Hunter Biden had access to. This was not classified information, and we are very pleased with the results of that operation and that the entire...
So listen up, folks. Next time you see a Democrat crying about deportations, just remember, it's not about justice, it's about votes. And if that ain't the biggest joke of all, I don't know what is. Smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. Should deported illegals get a goodbye gift bag on the way out? Or nah? Let me know.